What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to get my initial reaction of Madden 23. I've seen other people play it. I was messing around with the menu and everything so that way I could figure out the volume, but this will be my first time actually playing a game. This is going to be live commentary. It's going to be my initial reaction of what I think of the game. You know, I have been a diehard Madden fan ever since I was a little kid, but recently the Madden games have become not so good. So we're going to check out how it is here. I'm just going to do random teams, and we'll do the Dolphins versus the Falcons. I'll play as the Falcons. We're going to be on all Madden, and we'll probably do 5-minute quarters. Just a quick game to get my initial reactions. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing a deep dive. We'll do 5 minutes, 20-second runoff. It'll be on all Madden, simulation, exhibition type, and we'll do normal weather here. We will go with Falcons open stadium though. But that's what we're going to do though. We're going to get into our first game here on Madden 23. I wanted to take a look at the intros here because I've watched Mr. Hurricane, so I've seen the intros, but it is a nice touch though. I do like it. I think it's way better than what Madden 22 and before has had. So it's a nice little touch. The only thing I think is, will it get repetitive? That's the only question that I have for it. I'm recording this gameplay on my Elgato. This will be the first time I really used the Elgato since I've purchased it. So I'm still getting used to it. I'm still getting used to the volume. So I had to lower the volume in the actual game so that it's not overpowering on my end, and so that when I post a video you can actually hear what I'm saying. But still, no coin toss to start the game. We're going to kick off to start this game here, and we'll get to see Tyreek Hill in the Dolphins jersey. Wow, that was a terrible kick. Waddle to return it. Waddle's going to take it to the 20, to the 22-yard line. So that's how it's going to start. Let me check real quick, make sure I actually am on all Madden here. Let's see if the quarterback introduction is any different than it has been in the past. I mean, it's a little different. I did see that watching Mr. Hurricane, the halftime graphic and the end of the game graphic, the font on that is exactly like Madden 21. So I don't know if the developers just forgot what they were doing, but we may get to look at that here soon. But let's check, make sure we're actually on all Madden here. Yeah, all Madden. So my plan, I'm just going to do coach suggestions for this game, but my plan for Madden 23 is I do want to do a franchise. You know, guys like Bango and Mr. Hurricane, they've been doing it for so many years, and I've always been a franchise player. I don't know who he was throwing to there. I've always been a franchise player, and I think that maybe I get bored by playing it because I don't really get immersed into it as much as I did when I was a kid. But I think by creating content and doing things like that, I think that I can get immersed into the game and find a flow and want to keep playing, play multiple seasons when I have time. I mean, I already know that the editing that goes into it is going to be pretty difficult, but it's a challenge that I'm looking forward to taking on. Deep to Tyreek Hill, and great coverage there, and Tua starts out 1 for 3 with -1 yards. It's our turn to get the ball now, and you're going to see Marcus Mariota, who last year only attempted 2 passes for 4 yards. So, and it looks like he is going to be taking over the starting spot in Atlanta this year. Desmond Ridder, we may be able to see him a little bit, but I mean, this is easily going to be Mariota's team to start. Cordell Patterson at running back, Kyle Pitts. I think the Falcons are an exciting team. They have some exciting players. There is Kyle Pitts. Big play to the big man, freak of nature. If you like guys like Calvin Johnson, Kyle Pitts is another guy you may like. Now, I'm not comparing the two, but I am saying that Kyle Pitts is a freak, though. And what he can do and the speed he has and the aggressiveness he has, you don't really see a lot of it in football anymore. There's Patterson. Let's check out the read option here and what we can do with it, and I should have kept it. So, the new animations, hit everything, I believe is what it's called. It's going to be more physics-based. I've noticed it a little bit, but there are obviously still situations where it is very animation-based. And that's a terrible pass. Going to be intercepted. I did turn off the skill-based passing. I'm just not interested in that. Well, I'm not speaking over that part, but I just saw the ball fall out of Tyreek Hill's hands and then magically levitate back up to his hands. That was interesting. Tyreek Hill's wide open. I don't know who was guarding these guys. We're playing a zone there, but I mean, I don't think that the play I picked would have allowed the middle of the field to be wide open like that. I mean, where was the linebacker? You can see it was weak blitz 3. Another thing, too, is I remember back in the day, you didn't have to control your players. You didn't have to user them. In this game, you'll see like tutorials pop up saying that to allow the AI to take over your player, just hold L1. Well, if you hold out Jalen Waddle Moss's our DB there, but if you hold that to let the AI auto strafe, they'll just run straight to the line of scrimmage. They don't go into their zone or anything like that. So that seems to be broken again. It was broken last year. So Miami takes a 7-0 lead here at the end of the first quarter. See, look at the font up there at the end of first quarter. That is exactly the same from Madden 22. It has not changed. It's the one time that Madden 22 font is still there, like almost like a Nickelodeon type of thing. The font does not look good. I'm not here to dog on Madden, though, as we take over on our second possession. I mean, I do love Madden, and crazy thing is I'm probably going to buy the game just about every single year, and that's going to be another interception. Oh, my gosh. But like I said, I'm more than likely will probably buy the game every year as long as it just doesn't get too crazy. I do like the changes that they've made. Do I think it's, the best? No, but I think it's a step in the right direction, though. That goes to Cordero Patterson. Nowhere to go there. I have seen on a lot of guys' videos, it is a lot harder to run the ball this year, which I'm glad that it's harder to run the ball, because in the past, that's one thing that's, made franchise something that I kind of stopped playing, is because, your running backs get so good, and before long, you can put up almost 2,000 yards a season, and that's just not realistic. To Drake London, who I'm saying is going to be one of the league's young, bright stars. We're going to go for this. Definitely go for it. Pick up this 1 inch. And Damian Williams is going to pick it up. Picks up 8 yards there. I did not do a no huddle, so I'm not sure why I did that, but we're just going to give the ball right back to Damian Williams here on first down. So like I said, my plan is to do a franchise for sure. It'll be with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're my favorite team. End of an era over there in Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger retires, and, how do they deal with that? What a pass there by Mariota. But, how does Pittsburgh deal with the fact that Ben's now gone? You have 3 options who you can play at quarterback, and I think that's what makes it fun. The defense is really good. It'll be a challenge, and so we're going to attempt a long field goal here, about a 52-yarder with Koo. Kicking has not been my strongest suit in this game in the past, but this one goes right through, and with 47 seconds, it's going to be 7-3 in this game. So far, the game seems better than Madden 22. I'm not sure if there was a update on launch day yesterday that patched anything, but that's another terrible kick, but I have seen issues from guys that I've watched in videos, but nothing like too extreme, nothing where I'm like, okay, this has got to change. But to be honest, I've been kind of not impressed, but satisfied with the way that the game has been. It's been a lot better than the past few years, that's for sure. That's going to do it for the first half here. We'll see that the Dolphins actually run a play here with 2 seconds. They do. It's going to be Tua. This is all the same right here. I mean, the halftime adjustments. Crazy thing is last year while playing this, I didn't think that this even made a difference. The adjustments and, what you wanted to do to start the game, run inside and defend the outside run. I never thought that made a difference whatsoever. And the graphic there to the right that you see, it never made sense to me. So we'll see. I mean, we'll click some random stuff. But in the franchise, though, we'll try to actually pick things that I think could help us. But like I said, last year it didn't really make much sense to me, and I don't think it makes that big of a difference. Got laid out there by Red Wine, number 20. The player models have changed this year. One thing that I will say is, not every NFL player has that untucked undershirt. I mean, that's a little too extreme. The game says we haven't ran outside. Let's run outside with Cordell Patterson here, but Yeah, not every player has that. And another thing too is the pads are kind of non-existent, but it's new, and it means you're not looking at the same player models every single year. So it's a change up, and I'm not against it. 2nd down and 4. Trying to get our running game going here to start the second half. Nice to see that. I'm going to replay this. This will probably be one of the few replays that I actually, as we have an injury, it's Wilkinson. I think the guy that I'm about to show you in the replay. But like, I feel like in past Maddens, let's go to this left guard here. Was that Wilkinson? All right, so I believe that was Wilkinson. Yeah, it was. But I did want to highlight Wilkinson here because he helps out with the center here. Okay, as soon as the ball is handed off to Patterson, he steps off of the center and goes up to the next level and attacks that linebacker. In past Maddens, that left guard would not have done that. He would have just been standing there. He would have stopped right there, and he would not have done anything else. It would have been a tackle for loss. But he steps out, picks up that linebacker, and granted, we didn't get anything out of that run, but it's nice to see that has changed because, I mean, that was textbook right there, and that's what you want to see. That's what you see in real life. That's what you want to see in the game. So I did want to highlight that there. 3rd and 1 coming up now. Mariota drops back. I think you got to scramble here. They have made it harder to scramble, so I've heard, but we were able to outrun the edge player there, and Mariota picks up the 1st down. That's trash. Luckily, that one right there was an intercepted. Wilkinson will be back, so we're throwing it out. Oh, that's going to be intercepted right there, easily. As soon as I saw who I was going to be throwing that ball against, I knew it was going to be intercepted. Xavier Howard. If you want to ask me, I think he's the 2nd best corner in football at the moment. Now, obviously, you got Jalen Ramsey taking that top spot, but Xavier Howard is really good as well. So we throw our 2nd interception. Oh, and he's gone. I'm not sure why he cut in like that, but Raheem Mostert is gone. Wow. And another thing is good to see is at least you see the CPU actually running the ball with a little bit of success. I mean, granted, that was their best run. I think the only run that they had for more than maybe 3 yards. But what a run there. And the Dolphins are up 13-3 here against us. I'm not really playing seriously. I'm more just kind of looking at everything and giving you guys my reactions, trying not to ramble on. But when you have a one-play scoring drive, it's going to cause me to ramble on a little bit longer. We really need to score here. Momentum is on the Dolphins side. You know, I don't dislike the momentum, but I also don't believe that it's in a great state either. So, but we get it to Pitts there. Pitts is the sure target on this team, and if this play can develop, I'll try to get it back to him, but this play hasn't been able really to yeah, that's not going to work right there. I remember when I first played the Maddens that came out on the PS4. I think it was Madden 15 maybe. That might have been the 2nd one on the PS4. But me and my buddies would play that, and that play right there, every single time you were looking at sacked again, but you were looking at a touchdown to your tight end. If you could hold, your offensive line could hold the blocks long enough that your tight end could get out there on that wheel route, it was a touchdown every single time. The pass rush is I'm not going to say overpowered. I think it's a lot more realistic, and it makes you really get rid of the ball and make reads, and that's the 3rd interception. Wow, we are playing like trash. Well, there's a reason in my tier list yesterday I had the Dolphins as in the F tier as the dog water team / competing for a first round draft. I mean, the 1st overall pick. I mean, we're not playing good, but I guess it's the Falcons. Now, here's what I'll say. The pass coverage is more sticky for the CPU. On this play right here, why is... Let me see if I can get to him. I struggled to get to the left guard last time I looked at replay. We'll just do it like this. Why is number 24 not jumping up to try and intercept this ball? I mean, he just lets it go right over his head. Like, I would like to see if he were to jump up and try to, you know, knock that free or make a play. Maybe he can't jump that high, but at least, like, make it look like he's trying to make a play. I mean, the way it looks right here, But Miami's going to go up 21-3 here. We're getting blown out. 1:05 left in the third. Hopefully you guys can't hear me hitting the controller. You might be able to. I'll have to try and figure out if there's a way that I can get that noise out. Like I said, this is the first time me recording on the Elgato, and I like it. I mean, looking over here on my laptop that I've set up, I mean, it's going to be hopefully clear. We're going to run this with Mariota. And Mariota's going to pick up 24. Hey, can you guys see a live comeback here on my first game on Madden 23? I mean, that would be interesting. Man, I am holding the ball way too long. Agba with 2.5 sacks on me here. Now, if I was playing against my Pittsburgh Steelers, TJ Watt would probably already have 5 sacks. I mean, we're holding the ball too long, but I got to admit, you know, it's challenging, that's for sure. I mean, I'm going to play on all Madden. Obviously, I want to get better before I start the franchise. I don't want to go out there and be losing 21-3. Now, why are the Dolphins in a prevent-looking defense here? That doesn't make no sense. That's easy there. To Bird. Mariota, 7 of 14 passing, 96 yards with 3 interceptions. I'd like for those to be touchdowns, but they are interceptions. I know for a fact you guys can hear the cats. I had to get up and check on them and make sure they're okay. I don't know if they're just playing or they want my attention, but we got 2 minutes, 53 seconds here. We're going to step up with Mariota, and man, it's almost impossible to scramble. I mean, if your quarterback has speed, then you're going to be able to, but if your quarterback doesn't have speed, good luck. We're going to go with the read option again. Mariota's going to hit the edge. Can we truck Howard down to the 2-yard line? Mariota running the ball with a little bit of success here. See if we can jump over the pile here. We're in for the touchdown. Hit him with a spike, Damian Williams. I didn't need all that dancing beforehand, but it works, I guess. We're going to fake this. Can Pitts take it to the edge? Can he hurdle? No, he is slammed. Baker. Pretty sure that's an Ohio State guy right there. Jerome Baker. You can see the new angles on the kickoffs. I kind of like it. I think if it was more of a, like, you know, opening kickoff and then the kickoff outside of halftime, if they just did it on those two, I think it would be more special, if that's the word you want to use. 2 minutes, 17 seconds left in this game. We'll look at stats and then we'll call it quits here. I'm not going to look at Ultimate Team or anything like that. I really don't even want to look at play now because the gameplay I know is going to... The gameplay is never going to be terrible. It's more the features, but I'm not going to go and do a deep dive into franchise mode. If you want to do that, you can watch YouTubers like Mr. Hurricane and Bengal because they've went really in depth with all the franchise mode features, and it looks interesting and looks promising. Hopefully there's no bugs as far as the free agency goes and everything like that, but yeah, if you want to watch franchise stuff and get a feel for what that looks like, you can watch Mr. Hurricane or Bengal. You can watch me play a franchise mode soon. I hope to probably start that within a week or something of those sorts. I know that the editing and recording for franchise mode is gonna be pretty long, so it's gonna be challenging for me, but 30 seconds left. We're gonna call our first timeout, maybe get the ball back and throw a Hail Mary just to maybe make it look interesting. But first we gotta get this stop here on 3rd down and 7. They give it to Mostert again, and he gets nothing. So we'll get the ball back here. We'll probably have about 18, 17 seconds left on the clock. And we'll see if we can't run a 17-second offense. More like 16 seconds. So we'll throw a couple of deep balls here. Just put Edwards on a slant. We're going to scramble out with Mariota. And I think that's a late hit. I mean, come on, Madden. Gotta call that. 5 seconds. I mean, I don't think we're going to get the ball to the end zone from the 33, but we'll see if we can't pick up like 10, and then we'll see. Well, that's going to do it for my initial reaction. I know it wasn't probably much of a reaction at all. It was probably actually not really it was more of like just a let's play it for the first time. It wasn't really a review or a reaction to the game. Even though that's what the title is going to say. I just wanted to kind of get a feel for it. Here's the stats. We ran the ball decent. They ran the ball pretty well based off of their, it was like an 88-yard touchdown run. 12 first downs to 6 first downs. We had 3 turnovers. They had none. No penalties. We killed them in time of possession. Penalties are something that you got to tweak with the sliders, but I don't want unnecessary penalties. 36.7 QBR for Mariota. I think I probably should have taken him out and gave Ritter a chance. Cordell Patterson did nothing. Mostert was an, let me see, it was an 86-yard touchdown run. Mariota 5 carries for 50 yards though. And then Kyle Pitts, want to really get him involved and kind of see what he can do. I know that if you're going to start a franchise with the Falcons or even Ultimate Team and you got Kyle Pitts on your team, you're lucky. He's really, really good. Well, that's going to do it for this game. I'm going to get out of here, and then you can expect more Madden 23 content. Specifically, you can expect a Madden 23 franchise to come out pretty soon. I do want to hit you guys with a introduction video. I may do that tomorrow. It may wait until Wednesday or Thursday, but more than likely it'll probably be Wednesday. You'll see a franchise introduction video. But that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you guys stopping by and getting my, seeing my reaction and my first look at Madden 23. It doesn't look bad. I'm excited to play it, but like I said, thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.